Take four. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Smith from Valhalla Chiropractic. This is Zach from A Running Start in West Reading. We're here to talk about some of the different features that these guys have and kind of keep them at a higher level than other running stores. I'm going to talk about some of the conditions that runners have, whether that's knee pain, achilles tendonitis, or plantar fasciitis that you might seek out different footwear for. Zach here is going to talk about his posture analysis, which is pretty cool, and I'll talk about some of the ways we go ahead and treat that. So,
well, first we want to thank you for partnering with us. So I'm Zach from A Running Start. We're a pretty unique running store in the area. We are very niche, and we will be very conversational and look for certain things with the way you walk. And our whole goal is to keep you injury-free, healthy, staying active. When a new customer walks in, we'll actually do a quick 60-second analysis. Look at some things with your arches, how your leg follows with your arches, whether you collapse inward, whether you're a neutral runner. And then each one of our staff is trained to know what kind of footwear to bring up for you as they see some different things with how your feet work. So just to kind of give you an idea of how that works, we're going to actually do a demonstration on Dr. Smith. So I'm going to kind of walk you through what our 60-second quick analysis looks like as we're looking at some things with your posture. So as he would walk in the door as a new customer, I would have him come in. We would start very conversational. We want to know what you're going through, whether it's plantar fasciitis, anything medical, whether you have injuries. Our whole goal is to keep you happy and healthy and active. So I would start asking a lot of those questions, figure out what he's going through, what he wants to use the shoe for, and then I would start with this 60-second analysis. So the first thing I'd have him do is just walk straight towards me. We have you do this barefoot, and then I would have him turn around and walk back. The whole time I am watching the way his arches work, whether they collapse inward. If they don't, I also watch some things with his legs, whether his Achilles will follow while he's walking away from me. Just kind of watching how his feet and his legs move. The next part of our analysis is we would do a single leg squat. So I have you stand on one foot and then just let you drop your knee just like that. And now the other foot. And then if you could turn around and do the same exact thing. Perfect. So yeah, and then with that squat, I'm kind of watching the same thing for the same things we did when he was walking. We want to see whether he's putting a lot of pressure on the inside of his arch. If his knee's following with, a lot of times, if you do put pressure on the inside of your foot, your whole body will follow with it. And I think that's a good segue back into how Dr. Smith can help you with some of those things. For us, we help with the footwear. We are all trained to look at what kind of footwear would work best for someone that collapses inwards versus someone that does not. But Dr. Smith has some more ways he can help with that as well.
so going off of what Zach was talking about, the way we do the squat, when people come in with me with SI joint pain, knee pain, low back pain, foot pain, I just do a quick analysis like Zach does. And what I look for is when you squat down, if you have a habit of bringing your foot out and buckling your knee in, I know that more than likely that's where your knee pain is coming from. Also, when you collapse your arch coming down repetitively, that's just going to strain that tendon, and that's called plantar fasciitis. Some of the other conditions you might experience is hip pain with this. So if you're the type of person who always flares out their knee, buckles their knee in, shifts the pelvis over, more than likely you might have some pain over here, which is the bursitis, and they compensate to bring the shoulder up. So that's that classic broken posture. With some shoe wear and with some other things that I do, we can correct that and bring that foot in so the knee comes out, and all of a sudden you're more aligned. So when you walk that 8,000 steps a day, or when you're a runner and you do that 11 mile, you're not repetitively causing that micro trauma to that joint, and then eventually you seek out treatment. Some of the different therapies we utilize at Valhalla Chiropractic, I'll just want to show them off, are the rapid release, which is the high frequency vibration. So we'll use this on the little joints. This works amazing for knee pain, amazing. Also, plantar fasciitis down here. We just use that along the tendon, stretches it out. So many people seek shots, they seek anti-inflammatories right away, but that's not going to be your ultimate solution. That's just a cover-up. Does it work? Yes. Is it part of the treatment plan? Can be, but what I like to see is a more natural approach. One of the other tools is a Graston tool, and I know our cameraman has had a little bit about this, but what we do is we stretch out that tendon. So if that plantar fasciitis is caused by a shortened plantar fascia. If that tendon is too short from, just bad posture, we need to strip that and stretch it out so that those pulls on either end are not so intense. And lastly, seeing if you need to insert. Now, a lot of times, I'm going to actually show these guys how they can do it with their shoes and see if they correct the posture, which is a pretty cool trick. But when I don't have shoes, I use this guy. So this is a wedge. When I slip this in your footwear, if it brings the foot in a little bit, and now you have a better squat, you have a better feel to when you walk, and you have less knee pain as soon as you put this in, that tells me that it was a simple fix. And these guys are really cheap. So that's a little bit about what I do when you come in. I'm going to be working with these guys. I'm really excited to be working with these guys and referring to them so we can handle some of these conditions and you guys can get out of pain. So I want to thank Zach for kind of partnering with us, and we look forward to kind of working with them. Any last questions?
No, that was it.
All
Thank you again.
See you guys.